first thing, like how did you even become a professional football player at your level?
I think it's just years of just practice and, you know, probably since, well, from before I can remember, I've been kicking footballs around. You know, it's probably gets a bit more serious when you're 8 or 9, and pretty much from 8 or 9 I've been playing every day, training every day with different players and different coaches, and from them different coaches and players you learn so much that you can add to your game. So I think it's just a mix of learning and just practicing.
And learning is exactly what we're going to do today, because you're going to teach our audience a few tips and tricks on how to score more goals and how to be an efficient striker.
Perfect.
All right, so do you have any like specific tips on what young players should think about to reach your level?
I think the best thing is kind of being relaxed, but just kind of picking your spot in the goal and going for that. I think if you're relaxed, then you're not really having too much pressure on yourself. So if you pick a spot and you trust yourself to put it there and you practice it on a regular basis, then you should trust yourself to put it in that spot.
Do you have like any specifics in terms of playing style, in terms of like movement or like striking or?
Yeah, I think, you know, one that's talked about a lot is when you come across from like an outside position. I think hitting it low across the box is a good choice, because you can get it down to the keeper and it's hard for the keeper to jump down, and if he does save it, he can then parry it and hopefully another striker's there to pick it up.
Would you go near corner or far corner?
Far corner, yeah.
Far corner.
I think it's more chance of getting it low and scoring, and then if you don't score and the keeper saves it, then he's got a big chance of parrying it to one of your teammates.
Yeah, exactly, like a rebound, something like that. Yeah, no, that's a good thing, but maybe don't reveal too many tricks, because you know you never know who's watching, and there might be an opponent there watching. So what about when it comes to like touch technique? Is there anything there that you want to share with the audience?
I think you just have to be aware of your surroundings. You know, you see the best players and they're constantly scanning for the opposition, and just to keep your first touch away from the opposition and kind of put some disguise on your touch as well, it really falls and tricks the defenders.
So when you say be aware of your surroundings, do you think like before the ball comes in, you have a little quick scout?
Constantly checking, you know, just to see how close the defender is, because if he's too tight, maybe you can roll him. If he's a bit far off, you can afford to take a touch and then get at him.
And I mean, as a striker, you need to have that vision. But I mean, when it comes to like defending, do you do that a lot? Like, do you feel like that is an important thing when it comes to your playing style?
You know, I think as a team, everyone defends and the striker kind of sets it off. So obviously we work a lot on the press, and it comes from the striker and he initiates the first press. So it is kind of very important to know which way is and what I suppose the manager wants you to do.
All right, so if you're coming in from the side, from the flank, like how would you rather cross it? Would you go in, or would you shoot straight from outside the box?
Yeah, I think, you know, it depends on how kind of inside the pitch you are. I think if you're 1v1 with a defender in around the 18-yard box, you can kind of get 1v1 against them, and kind of, if you're like me, I'm right-footed, and if I'm coming down the left, I think kind of wait for the defender to kind of jump in and then move it, and then gives me that little yard to then shoot, and I'd probably go for the far post because it's most difficult for the keeper.
For example, if I'm a defender, right? So what skill move would you usually do against me, you know, if you're cutting in, for example?
Maybe just a simple, like, shoulder drop. You fake to go one way and then come in one way, and it just frees you up that extra yard to then create space for a shot.
Do you feel that get ever played out? You know, the same move, or is it like, do you think that defenders would fall for that until the end of time?
No, obviously I think everyone analyses the players they play against before the game, but if you then mix it up and maybe do two inside and one outside, then it can confuse the defender, so then he won't know which way you're going.
So it's just a classic shoulder drop, cut in, far corner.
Yeah.
And then if the goalkeeper takes it, then I'm there.
Yeah, you're there.
All right, cool. So that's a lot of tips for you guys to digest. It takes a lot of time, so you can save this video and rewatch it whenever you need that striker masterclass. It's been a pleasure having you.
You too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And remember to